Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to the channel where we tackle the topics that matter most. Today, we're diving headfirst into something we all deal with but rarely talk about openly: money. Yeah, it's not just about numbers in your bank account. It's about emotions, life goals, and sometimes a whole lot of stress. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if money could actually bring you joy, confidence, and freedom? Stick around because we're breaking it all down and rethinking how we look at our finances. Let's get started. I'll start with a confession. For me, money feels like an obstacle, something that pays the bills and keeps me functioning in a capitalistic world. But it also triggers a lot of guilt and comparison. I worry about spending it, and I spiral into negativity when I see friends doing things I can't afford. Sound familiar? If you're nodding along, stick with me. We're going to reframe how we think about money and make it work for us instead of against us. Let's start with the big question. Why is money so emotional? Here's the truth. Anything important in life carries emotions with it. Whether it's relationships, work, or finances, there's no escaping it. And yet, many people approach money as if it's just numbers and math. But it's so much more. Deciding whether to rent or buy a home, take a job, or negotiate a salary isn't just about calculations. Money is personal, and because it's personal, it's emotional. Think of it like climbing a mountain. At the start, you're at the base with all your gear ready to go. Maybe you've taken on some debt to get started, like a student loan for college. But halfway up, you stop and look around. Suddenly, you realize the peak is way higher than you expected. You've come a long way, but there's so much further to go. That's when feelings like guilt, shame, and anxiety creep in. It's a tough spot, but it's also a natural part of the journey. So, how do we break out of this cycle? The first step is to change the way we see our financial journey. Instead of focusing on what debt has taken from you, ask yourself what it's given you. Did it open doors to education, new opportunities, or meaningful connections? Shift your perspective to focus on those wins. The second step is to move from a scarcity mindset, constantly worrying about what you don't have, to an abundance mindset. Recognize your achievements and start thinking about what's next. This brings us to an important question. What does a rich life look like for you? For some, it might mean traveling to dream destinations. For others, it's having the freedom to work less and spend more time with loved ones. Whatever it is, be specific. Visualize your goals in detail. What's the timeline? What's the setting? The clearer you get, the more motivated you'll feel to align your finances with your dreams. Another way to shift your mindset is to understand where your feelings about money come from. Think back to your childhood. How did your family or community talk about money? Was it seen as a source of stress or a tool for opportunity? These early experiences shape how we view finances as adults. Becoming aware of these patterns can help you change the story. Finally, let's talk about building a healthier, happier relationship with money. Start by learning the basics. Understand how interest works, how to make a budget, and how to create a plan for saving or paying off debt. Then, automate as much as you can. Set up systems for savings, investments, and debt payments so you don't have to worry about it every day. Lastly, find joy in how you use money. It's not just a tool to pay bills. It's a way to create experiences, express generosity, and live a fulfilling life. At the end of the day, money doesn't have to be stressful or overwhelming. It's about understanding your values, being intentional, and focusing on the life you want to build. So, let me ask you, what does your rich life look like? Let's start a conversation in the comments. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's tackle this money thing together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.